I'm Rob, and I'm shipping my Yamaha T7 down to Santiago, Chile. Ride down to Ushuaia, turning around, and riding all the way back to Canada. Follow me to see where I'm going next. So, good morning everyone. We just left Ayacucho about 20 minutes ago. Got a full tank of gas and we're heading to the coast. Yay! Decreasing our elevation, it's gonna get warmer, all that good stuff. So here we're coming up to one of these toll booths I've been talking about that are all getting firebombed. So, yeah, look, there's nobody here. Is this one firebombed as well? Be our luck, there's actually somebody here. Actually, no. Nobody here. And that one didn't get firebombed. Amazing. Alright, I guess I'm wrong. The only time I film one, it's not firebombed. Well, I guess that's good for Peru. Yeah, so a little bit of rain this morning. It rained a lot last night, but I think the weather gods are going to be with us. I'm hoping. As soon as we got on the bikes, it basically had stopped raining, so that's perfect. But the roads are slick, so gonna have to be careful, especially with these really worn tires. So I'm just taking it easy. Well, we got a long day today. 6 hours and 35 minutes, says Google or OpenStreetMaps, OSM. And as I've mentioned many times before, it's always longer than that on a motorcycle because of fuel stops or just stopping to take photos or stopping to rest or whatever the case is. So yeah, we can go faster than the cars when we're moving, but we stop more often. So yeah, we're doing a bit of climbing here. Ayacucho's at 9,000 feet, and I'm hoping we're not going to climb to 14. I don't think so. I looked at the maps and it only looks like we'll maybe climb maybe 1,000 feet or so, and then we're going to start to descend all the way to the coast. At least that's what I gather from looking at the maps, but you never know. So yeah, we'll see what we encounter today. Thanks for watching and following, and don't forget to subscribe, give me a big thumbs up, you know, all that good stuff. And yeah, geez, watch out for buses when they're taking up the whole damn road. Yeah, very pretty through this little valley. So we've been gone an hour, traveling an hour, and we've gone 40 kilometers. So yeah, it's been slow going, very, very windy road. Hoping it's going to straighten out a little bit now. But the road has been kind of nasty. And yeah, you definitely have to be on your toes. Lots of potholes. People passing, coming the other way. It's definitely not for the faint of heart. What an amazing country. It's just the natural beauty of this country is just outstanding. I'd recommend it to anyone. Come here to Peru and ride a motorcycle, take a tour, or whatever's your fancy. I think it's just one of those really, really special countries to visit. People are amazing. You know, the cities are can be busy and hectic and somewhat dirty, but the sites are amazing. The Inca history is just incredible. I just found that so fascinating, so fascinating. Yeah, I was interested, you know, that's why, you know, Machu Picchu was on my list, but yeah, it just blew me away. Machu Picchu, Pisac for sure, Sacsayhuaman, incredible as well. All these sites, just to understand and learn about the Inca history and the challenges they faced, and the amount of territory that they commanded. It was just incredible for a society 500 years ago. They had amazing technology in terms of hydrology and stonework and farming and things, yet they didn't have the wheel. They didn't utilize the wheel, and they didn't have horses, you know, which is really incredible. It's the foreigners, the Spanish, that introduced oxen and horses and the wheel, and, well, so many other things that weren't so good, like smallpox. Yeah, just absolutely fantastic. Well, how pretty is this? We're in Jatampampa. Duck, duck. Watch out, duck, duck. These stone walls are everywhere. Detour coming up. More road construction. Commonplace in this country. This is slick. So looking forward to getting new tires. Just think about the effort it went in to build this wall. And it's not an Inca wall, it's just boulders piled upon boulder. How far do they have to carry these rocks? I guess you build with what you have. There's some farming just there on the slope. So yeah, it's getting cold, and so I thought I'd check the elevation. Yeah, we're up at 14,000 feet again. I don't know how many times in the last few days we've climbed up 14,000 feet. I said earlier I didn't think we'd be climbing that high, but here we are. Trees. Pretty rocky and barren up here, but I'm sure we'll come across some more farming. I haven't seen Mr. B in a while. I always get a little bit concerned when your partner drops off. I'm sure he just stopped to take some photos. Oh my god, I rolled the bike, I'm upside down. Oh no, it's just my map. What the heck's going on here? Come on. What's going on? Anyway, I guess I know where I'm going. Can't really turn off this road anyway. What are you beeping at? What's the kid doing with a shovel? What are you doing up here? My god. Looks like she was selling quesos and cheese, like we saw at the market yesterday. So there were some people there, so where do they live? Let's check out around the surroundings, see if we can see any structures. I don't see any in the immediate vicinity here. This road is in pretty bad condition. So truck coming, always have to be on my toes because they come into the other lane, my lane, to miss the smallest of potholes. Okay, so more people. What are they doing? Mother and her daughters. Just passed a lot of llamas recently. What's this dog doing? Just hanging out, checking out things on the road. Still climbing? Look at this. Oh God. Probably seen this stuff a dozen times in the last couple of days, but it's always so spectacular. What's this woman doing? Oh, here's some houses. Look at that. Look at that. My gosh. Sheep up here. Wow. Like, have you ever seen things like this? Like, I don't know, like documentaries maybe, but to witness it firsthand is a whole nother thing. I'd love to be able to speak Spanish a little bit better, a lot better, and just stop and chat with these people. Watch out, doggy. Watch out, doggy. Why do they chase bikes and not cars? Yeah, snow. When we were in Ayacucho, I was talking with the hotel owners. I'm trying to remember her name. Such a nice woman. She said when she went to Belgium, she says, "Oh, the winters are so cold." And I was going, "You live here in Peru up at like 9,000 feet." She says, "Yeah, we don't get snow here. Not in Ayacucho, they don't get snow. Yeah, up in the mountains they see it, but they've never experienced it down in the town at 9,000 feet. You know, it's at 13 degrees latitude, so that's why. You know, the winters they're cold, but they're not that wet." Okay, so I've just crossed over the summit, 4,726 meters, 15,700 feet. Let me wipe the camera here. And it's 5 degrees. It's chilly. And I'm fogging up. My visor's all wet. Can't really see much. Have to open it up. And yeah, the sun's coming out. How magnificent is this? Last time I was at 15,000 feet or higher was May of 2022 in Nepal at the Chinese, well, Tibet-Nepal border, but it's run by the Chinese. We were at 15,000 feet there on motorcycles, of course. Snakes all the way through the mountains here. It's like, where is it going? I think we'll do like 10 kilometers in cover 2. Just look at the scenery. Just passed a little boy walking on the street. It's probably his mother and his little sister or brother on the back. I've taken so much video the last hour. It's going to be a chore editing it down because there's so much good footage here. See, you get up in the morning and you look at your route and you go, okay, well, it's through the mountains. Well, it's not really sure what we're going to see, but every day it's just amazed at what you see. what's amazing is people make a living up here. How different it must be. Where the kids go to school. There's a little boy running through the side of the road, and little girls. So cute. See these mud flaps these cars have? I've seen a bunch of them, and then they cut out the side, maybe for more aerodynamic effect. I don't know. Interesting though. Oh, this is a nice road. Let's hope it continues. Descent to the coast. That's spectacular. Here's another look-see at it.
What is that? That's sulfur coming out of the ground. This looks like someone went down there with a paintbrush, doesn't it?
Who knew? Yeah, so that's sulfur and hot springs coming out of the ground there. And here's a family with their cattle. Hot pools down there. How cool is that? Get on your own side of the road. So here in Peru, your side of the road doesn't mean a thing. So cars coming the other way are so often on this side of the road, on my side of the road, to miss potholes. And they do that, and then they don't care if there's cars coming the other way. They just force you off the road. And that's what's been happening. And it's like, oh man, it's a challenge, I tell you. You can't drive with the same frame of mind that you do at home. People at home just don't do that, right? They'll just slow right down and, you know, go around the potholes on your side of the road or whatever, or wait for you to go by. They won't put your life in danger by coming into your lane. But here, it's not a factor. It's just, it doesn't even cross their mind. Oh, and they don't look in their rearview mirrors whatsoever. So as they're driving along, trying to miss the potholes, they'll swerve and they don't look in their mirrors. They don't care what's behind them. They don't care what's coming towards them. All they care about is them. Themselves. So it makes it very stressful. Especially on a motorcycle. Ow! Jesus Christ. But the scenery is spectacular. Yee-hoo! What the fuck? Holy fuck. Almost lost my phone. That's a first. Jesus. Okay. It was hanging on by the power cord. I look down and it's not there, and it's like, oh crap. My God. How lucky was that? That's the first. I guess when I filmed that hot springs in that rock, I took it off of the quad lock and I put it back on, and I guess it wasn't quite on. Man, all these challenges. That would have been the shits. And I got the screen replaced in Sucre. I don't know what that was, 40 bucks or something. It was broken when I left, and then it was just getting dust underneath it in the cracks, and it wouldn't function properly, so I just had to get it fixed. Oh, and I should tell you the story about when I was up at Machu Picchu. So I finished my tour, just wanted to chill, so I had a latte in the cafe at the top. And yeah, I had a backpack, my GoPro, you know, all sorts of stuff. And I guess obviously I hadn't put my GoPro back in my backpack, and I sat down and then finished my latte, hopped on the bus, rode the half-hour bus back down to Machu Picchu, Puebla, or Agua Calientes as it's known as well, and got off the bus, went back to my room, dumped my backpack down, emptied it out, and my GoPro's not there. And I was like, oh shit. So I thought I left it on the bus. I was sure of that. I thought, okay, I sat on the seat right at the front of the bus, and I figured maybe I just put it beside me or it fell out of my pant pocket or something. So I ran back, I checked 2 buses, it's not there. I talked to one of the bus attendants and he said, yeah, you're on bus number 5, Cinco. So, and it was still there, so we checked that bus again. We checked it earlier and it wasn't there. And I knew the woman beside me didn't pick it up because I was sitting in the window seat, so she would have she got up before me. And so along with the bus employee, not the driver, just one guy's, you know, managing the bus lines and stuff, he says, oh, you know, maybe someone just grabbed it and left. And I said, yeah. And I said, well, you know, I was at this cafeteria at the top having a latte and maybe I left it there. And he says, okay. So he phoned up to the hotel, and I talked to a really nice fellow at the hotel. He spoke English quite well, and I told him what happened, and he said, okay, just give me 5 minutes, I'll run over to the cafe. And I phoned him back in 5 minutes, and sure enough, it was there. They picked it up and they returned it to the cafe. Here's another toll booth. Has it been torched? No, not torched, but it's not operational. Anyway, so thankfully, yeah, they were going to ask me to go up on the bus, but then they just decided they didn't want to give up a paid seat for me to go up and down again. So they just gave it to the bus driver, and the one of the hotel employees down at the bottom I coordinated with him, and he grabbed it from the bus driver, and there you go. I got my GoPro back, so I was really, really thankful. So, yeah, you know, when you go in and out of hotel rooms every night now for 2 months, I check the hotel rooms once and twice again every time I leave, but you know, there's just so many things, and it's easy just, or you know, you sit at a cafe, it's easy to misplace things when you're just constantly managing all these little things. Anyway, again, so thankful that I was able to get my GoPro back. Okay, one more time, we're approaching 15,000 feet. We've been on a crazy descent for the last 45 minutes and dealing with this complete fucking dick in this Toyota here and his buddy in front of him in a Kia who've been swerving and passing like big a-holes, and then they slow down and we pass them. It's just like, oh my god. Anyway, yeah, we're down below 5,500 feet now and 24 degrees, so that's really, really nice. Pretty decent hotel. Well, I guess we'll really find out when we get there, but it's got a pool and a nice little area to lounge and hang out. So we're going to do some laundry and just get prepped for our Amazon trip, where we leave on the 29th, which is, I think that's Friday. Our flight to Iquitos from Lima on Friday, and we're going to do a 4-day, 3-night tour in the Amazon, so we're really looking forward to that. But we got a couple of things we got to do before that. We got to get the bikes in, we got to get my tires changed, and Rob's got to get it changed. So yeah, that's coming up. Stay tuned, I'll get some video of the hotel when we get there.
Yes, this has been a long video, so I really appreciate you watching and sticking around to the end. So I thought I'd give you again a little snapshot of our route today from Ayacucho to Chincha Alta on the coast, so you can see the route here that we took, coming down through the Andes and down towards the coast, where thankfully we're back at sea level. And in this next clip here, you can actually see the incredibly twisty roads that we rode through today, up and down all these mountains. So up one mountain, down into the valley, up another mountain, down a mountain into a valley, up another mountain. So lots and lots of switchbacks, and as you can see, there's so much back and forth with not a lot of actual distance covered. And then we can zoom out a little more and you can see exactly where this route was in South America. So again, yeah, thanks everyone. I really appreciate you sticking around to the end here to watch it. So don't forget to subscribe and give me a big thumbs up. Until next time, the Roman Stray Dogs signing out.
very pretty through this little valley. So we've been gone an hour, traveling an hour, and we've gone 40 kilometers. So yeah, it's been slow going, very, very windy road. Hoping it's going to straighten out a little bit now. But the road has been kind of nasty. And yeah, you definitely have to be on your toes. Lots of potholes, people passing, coming the other way. It's definitely not for the faint of heart. What an amazing country. It's just the natural beauty of this country is just outstanding. I'd recommend it to anyone. Come here to Peru and ride a motorcycle, take a tour, or whatever's your fancy. I think it's just one of those really, really special countries to visit. People are amazing. You know, the cities can be busy and hectic and somewhat dirty, but the sights are amazing. The Inca history is just incredible. I've just found that so fascinating, so fascinating. Yeah, I was interested, you know, that's why, you know, Machu Picchu was on my list, but yeah, it just blew me away. Machu Picchu, Pisac for sure, Sacsayhuaman, incredible as well. All these sites, just to understand and learn about the Inca history and the challenges they faced, and the amount of territory that they commanded. It was just incredible for a society 500 years ago. They had amazing technology in terms of hydrology and stonework and farming and things, yet they didn't have the wheel. They didn't utilize the wheel, and they didn't have horses, you know, which is really incredible. It's the foreigners, the Spanish, that introduced oxen and horses and wheel and, well, so many other things that weren't so good, like smallpox. Yeah, just absolutely fantastic.